Waiting. Awesome. All right, we're live. Vanessa, we're live. Another learn. we get to join people during lunch, and I want to know what you're having for lunch today. I don't know what it is, but boy, I'm hungry. I have food issues, and I would love to know what you're having for lunch today.
Not food issues, Joe. Maybe food envy, right? A little bit of food envy. What are you guys eating for lunch today? Because Joe literally, that's what he's going to be focused on this whole entire presentation.
I am. No. Crappy baskets with bad cheese and dried crackers. I'm sorry. We're talking about the ultimate closing gift today, right? Or why do a closing?
You might have just touched a nerve with the crappy baskets and the cheese, dried cheese and gross crackers and yeah.
Right? I mean, yeah. So, we're covering the closing gift today, like the real impact of a closing gift. And you know what I love about this topic? Most of the users of Mailbox Power are actually realtors. And this is one of the top 3 things that they talk about when they talk about Mailbox Power and the mailbox, which is so cool that we have this program for them that, we touch upon that closing gift.
Exactly. And that's exciting for people. I know that people are joining us right now. Hey, Helen. Hi, guys. It's great to see you. Thanks for joining us. Put in the comments what you're having for lunch because Joe really wants to know. He's going to go back and read all the comments at the end of this. But yes, we're talking about the real impact of a closing gift. And Joe, I know I shared with you the fact that I didn't get a closing gift when I bought my house.
I know.
At all.
And I got literally the crappy $45 basket. And that had really, I'm not kidding, like cheese I would never even consider eating. Yeah. Crackers that were horrible, and like these cheap plastic little wine glass things that there was no wine with it. So I'm like, well, what are we doing here? And yeah.
And here's the thing. You've just made probably, arguably, the biggest purchase of your life, right?
Yes.
And when you're buying a house, you've just made one of the biggest purchases of your life, if not the biggest purchase of your life. And someone hands you a basket or gets one delivered to you. It's nice, but it definitely, it doesn't really speak to the magnitude of what you've just done, right?
Right. And when we talk about, a closing gift, like why a closing gift, right?
Yeah.
And I'm just going to give you my experience. So I've purchased and sold 8 homes in my lifetime: California, Utah, and Nevada. And you know how many times I've heard back from a realtor after the sale? And they know my history. It's not like, really, you're not calling me back. You're not going to communicate with me. You're not going to send me a birthday card. You're nothing. It's almost like I feel like I got to go look in the mirror, make sure I'm not fat and ugly, and I don't smell bad. My money spends just like everybody else. What's the deal here, right? And I just think that, that's where Ditch the Basket was kind of born, was for that purpose. I kind of looked at the realtors out there and realized that, well, a lot of them are new to this. They don't even know what they're supposed to do. They have what they've been taught is that basket is find some place where you can get a closing gift. Now, some realtors, Vanessa, they've told me flat out, they're like, that ain't enough for me. I go to Tiffany's and I go buy this nice bottle of wine. And then I'm like, well, what's the average value of the price this home you're selling? They're like, like $1 million. I'm like, you should keep doing exactly what you are doing and add this. Because the other thing I really wanted to say, Vanessa, I just want everybody to be really clear. Don't ditch the basket. Even though that's the name of our program for our closing gift, don't ditch it. I made a mistake when I named that because I thought about it after the fact and I'm like, like 4 brownies or 8 brownies on a card supposed to be the closing gift? Okay, no, keep doing the basket, right?
Yeah. Keep doing the basket, but here's what they typically look like, Joe. If you'll share the screen with people. I don't know if you have the opportunity.
Sorry, I got distracted by Helen Brahms. I'm just going to share with everybody really quick. Lunch today is peanut butter, banana, cheese, and turkey sandwich. Yes, all in one sandwich. So
Helen,
good. The side of a spinach salad. Helen, you have issues. I'm just
that's just wrong, Helen.
And hold on. Somebody's got grilled cheese, and I just love a good grilled cheese, no doubt about it. And then we've got somebody doing a healthy shake, which I do love a healthy shake. So
well, that is great. Healthy shakes are good. That sandwich sounds crazy, and you'll have to convince me that it's not.
Yeah, right. Yes, I'm not even trying that one. Sorry.
No, that sounds a bit crazy. Anyway, Joe, as we look on the screen, these are the baskets that people typically send out, and they're nice. There's nothing wrong with it. We're not bashing on people for sending a gift. Anytime you give a gift to somebody, anytime you receive a gift, that is a nice gesture, and we're not bashing that at all. We are saying, though, there is a way that you can expand that experience for your clients in a more meaningful way. We believe a more meaningful way. So let's take a look at that. Ooh, someone's eating Italian wedding soup.
Right.
Mike's, all kinds of good stuff today. All kinds of good things. So, Joe, tell us about what we call the Ditch the Basket campaign, because this is not in lieu of that basket, but in addition to the normal basket, right?
Yeah, that's correct. So, what we did is we created a campaign. And by the way, for those of you that don't know what a campaign is a series of gifts that goes out over a series of time, and you determine when they go out. And this campaign actually sends a gift every 90 days for 2.5 years. And we have proof that this works. We're going to share with you that proof before we're done. But every 90 days for 2.5 years, and we're going to share very specifically what some of these touches are, because it's really important that everybody understands that this is a long-term investment into a relationship that you have, and all we want them to do, I used to say this, and I haven't said it in a long time, my goal for you realtors is to put helium in the hands of all the people you have sold a home to. And why do I say helium? Because anytime somebody says in them, hey, do you know a good realtor? Boom, they're like, I've got the best realtor on the planet. And I've got to tell you why. And I want that to be their answer. I want that to be their answer because they feel important to the realtor, that the realtor's invested time and money to send them a gift every 90 days, even though the realtor's just checking a box and adding somebody to a group and we do the rest. What is happening is that end customer feels so important to them. Mm-hmm. A box. I'm not talking just about a greeting card. I'm talking about a box in your mailbox every 90 days for that customer. I don't know about you, Vanessa, but if any realtor that I had ever done business with had done that with me, I would remember their name right now.
Absolutely, Joe. And the interesting thing, this goes on for 2.5 years. And of course, you can then put them into other campaigns or whatever you want to at the end of that. But the fact of the matter is that if I bought my house 3 years ago, Joe, and I just shared with you, I didn't get a gift, which is fine. I did end up referring lots of people to my realtor, lots and lots and lots of people. He got millions of dollars of business from the people I referred to him because he was good at what he did. And he was no nonsense and he was unflappable. And I believe that is the key to having a good experience with a realtor, is having a realtor that is unflappable. They've seen it all. They've done it all. They don't get all stressed out when negotiations are going wonky or things like that. They keep you calm during the process. So I've referred a ton of people to my realtor, but I was just sitting here going, wow, like we kept in touch pretty closely as I was referring people, but it's been probably a year since I referred anyone to him. I don't even know where he is, if he's working for the same company, if he's still in business, if he's still in the area. I don't know any of that because I haven't heard from him in like I said, well over a year now.
That's it. I look at this and go, if you want to stay in touch with people who trusted you and did business with you and you want referrals, This is the answer for the realtor. This really is. I'm not saying stop emailing and stop texting and stop communicating via social media, but this, this is game changer stuff right here.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So when we're talking, Joe just mentioned that a campaign, this is a multi-touch campaign, meaning things that go out to people on a regular basis, on a schedule. And the first thing that they're going to get is this shipment. It says touch one, the first shipment. It's a 5x7 greeting card that is personalized to them. And some brownies, Joe. And if you haven't tried our brownies, holy cow.
You're missing something.
Well, I'm going to go ditch the lunch and go get a brownie.
Now we're talking. Now we're talking. Ditch the lunch. Let's get some brownies. I want ice cream with mine, please.
Seriously. So this is the first touch that goes out, and it's personalized. Again, everything at Mailbox Power is personalizable, with the exception of some limited time only gifts. But everything else, these cards, these brownies, all of that, other food items, that's all personalizable, meaning you can put your client or customer's name right there on the gift, on the card, and make them feel extra special as they receive that.
Yes. And this is touch two, the second shipment. And as you can see, it says send 90 days after the previous drop, right? So we're 3 months. They're in their home for 3 months. What is going on? Well, yeah, it says always room for improvement on the front of the greeting card. And on the inside, it says, hey, we know that your list of things to do is probably grown. And here's a $25 Home Depot card to kind of help you along. And you could change these, by the way. I wanted to mention this to everybody. You can change these. If you want that to be a $50 Home Depot card, you make it a $50 Home Depot card or $100. Whatever you want to put in to these touches, you can put. We just kind of went through the process of somebody owning a home, say they're a new homeowner, and what do they need, and how can we communicate? We can help you communicate, with that homeowner and make their life easy, because you know what they're going through. You know they want a towel rack right there, right now in the bathroom that's not there. They bought the home, and there was those little things that were just kind of hanging out. Like, I got to get that done. And now it's you reaching out and saying, I know there's room for improvement, right? And here's a card to kind of help you along. And I think that's a big deal.
Even in a turnkey home, even in a brand new home, even in a home where you think you have nothing to improve upon, one of the first things that I do, Joe, in any home, switch out all the toilet seats and switch out all the light switches for dimmable switches.
Exactly. Well, I get my electrician son and I'm like, I need that with USB and that with USB.
Yes.
Yep, exactly.
So there's always things to be done, even in a turnkey home.
Yeah.
This is the third touch, or the third shipment, which is 90 days after the previous drop. So the previous drop would have been that Home Depot gift card, right? So now we're what, 6 months into it, Joe?
We are, yeah. Yeah.
And going to great lengths, and then a designer tape measure. What makes this designer is that you can put a logo on there, you can put a name on there, you can put whatever on there. But it is a very, very cool item. And you know what, Joe? Let me just tell all the realtors out there that are listening to us right now. Men always have tape measures in their toolbox. Women do not. I am forever borrowing my husband's tape measure, and he's like, make sure you put it back.
Right. I'm with you.
I have to have my own tape measure.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. Well, you know what's really, this is key. So realtors, I need your attention for a minute. If you only listen to one part of this whole Ditch the Basket campaign has more meaning than just putting a gift in your homeowner's lap. This is where we actually start. We're in business with you. We want you to win. And this one, the card on the outside says going to great lengths. On the inside, it says, how did we measure up? If we measured up to your expectations, we love referrals. What? What just happened? Wow, Mailbox Power just helped you ask for referrals. Now, there's one more thing about this. That tape measure. Typically, what happens is you put your company logo and the homeowner's name on the tape measure. Something I know about a tape measure with somebody's name on it. It can't be regifted. You can't give it away. You can't do it. You are stuck with that tape measure.
And nobody's going to swipe it from you.
And like you just said, Vanessa, right?
Yeah.
It's a part of the toolbox. It's a part of, oh, I got to go to the store and I want window dressings. Well, how big's the damn window? I need a tape measure to figure that out. Or I want a new refrigerator. Well, how big's the space for the refrigerator? Because I want the biggest one I can get in there.
Yeah. Yeah, we carry one in our car because there's always something that you're trying to figure out. You come across things when you're out and about and you're like, oh, I wonder if that would fit in this space or that space. And yeah, tape measure.
That's exactly right.
But and a constant reminder every time someone uses that, a constant reminder of you, constant reminder of your generosity, constant reminder of that home buying experience that they've just experienced with you.
Right. And for the cost, I mean, come on.
Yeah.
I think that whole thing out the door is less than $20.
Yeah.
The tape measure, the card, and the wow, okay. And we're asking for referrals and putting a gift that's meaningful, that's going to last a long time. Anyway, I'll shut up now.
Joe, these are some of the other gifts that are available. We talk about cards and we talk about the gourmet foods, the brownies, things like that often. But these are some very cool gifts as well. The hydrate bottle. This is a full-size water bottle that you can print with whatever on there. You can even, and I did this with my own house because my kids would bring their friends home and our water bottles would walk out the door with their friends. I ended up putting a picture of our house on the water bottle. It was classy looking. I did it as a pencil drawing, but a picture of our house on the water bottle, and they stay here.
Nice. I like that, right? You can't take this home. You just can't.
Exactly.
And those water bottles, they keep things cold for like a day.
Yeah, they're really high quality.
Yeah, they really, really are. I'm not going to say, here in Nevada at 115, it'll do great for 10 hours, but just saying, gets a little warm.
Yeah, a little toasty out there. So the thing you see in the middle here with this card is coasters that can be personalized. They can be, custom made with whatever picture or whatever design you'd like on there. We have a lot of different things in the campaign store and in the design store that are pre-designed for you. But if you just want coasters with your logo on it, for example, I mean, what a great way to get the word out about your business. I wouldn't just send a coaster with your logo to a client, but what a great thing to keep around the office, right?
Yes, definitely. And we need to make sure people refrain from that whole thing about putting their logo all over everything.
Right.
We haven't talked about this during this call yet, but it's about your customer. It's about making them feel good. Listen, they will remember. I promise they will remember exactly who this stuff came from. Yes, putting your logo on a tape measure makes sense, but don't, just go blast everything with your logo and the typical realtor picture. You know what I mean? I'm cool, right? Exactly. I'm certainly branded. Brand the back of the card. But make it about your customer and make sure they know how to find you. So back of the card, brand, a phone number, email, your name, that stuff.
And that's the cool thing, Joe. So I want to make sure that everybody listening to this understands that we have full flexibility with these cards. There are pre-designed cards, like I said, pre-designed campaigns. But if you have something you'd like to put on a card, you can do that. There's full flexibility with the front of the card, the inside top, the inside bottom, or left, right, depending on which card orientation you choose. But then the branding can go on the back of the card where it belongs, by the way. The only thing that we keep is a tiny little slice at the bottom that is unprintable because that's where the barcode and address information goes. But other than that, you've got, I'd say 80% of the back of the card, and you will see all of that as you go through and design things. We just say this area is reserved. And but you have full flexibility in the rest of it, which is fantastic. There aren't a lot of places that you can do that on a one-off card and put whatever you want on there. The other thing that you're seeing on the screen is People Are the Best, and it links into a Best Buy gift card, which is fun. Anytime that you can link your message with your gift, it makes it that much more impactful.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. And I see somebody down here saying how much they have an obsession with the coasters. If you really understood the quality of the coasters, if you've never put them in your hand, they're absolutely this full-blown, high-gloss, crazy coaster that is so cool. And I just love the imagery on these coasters,
Yeah.
About a home being made up of love and dreams, and all of these sayings that are right there. And the homeowner's name is on the coasters.
Yeah.
It's been personalized to them right on the coasters. So such a big deal.
They're
And
beautiful. And this is just an example. You could do something with a monogram. You could do all kinds of things on here. This is just one example. So, Joe, let's take a listen to what Erica Bentley has to say.
Let's do it.
Hi guys, I'm Erica Bentley, a realtor here in the Las Vegas, Henderson, Nevada area, and I just wanted to tell you real quickly about why I use Mailbox Power with all of my buyers. So they have this great campaign, it's Ditch the Basket, and sends out a little touch to your clients every 3 months for 2.5 years. They get a little gift card, a little tape measure customized to them, and my clients absolutely love it. I get calls, I get Facebook posts, shout outs. I mean, it keeps me top of mind with all my other contacting that I do, and I never forget to send something out and do that little touch, because if you leave it to yourself, at least for me, it's going to be 6 months later before I remember to do anything. So it works great for me. My clients love it, and I get a great response all the time.
And she touched on something there, Joe. It's the whole set it and forget it aspect of this. These gifts and these cards are going to go out on the schedule that you set. So that is the way it's set to go. Like we said, there's a pre-designed campaign, but you can modify these things. And she doesn't have to remember every month or every couple of months that she needs to send something out to keep in touch with her clients and to stay top of mind. That is automatically done for her with this service. Let's hear about some of these results.
Oh my gosh. You know what? This is my favorite thing. As the CEO of Mailbox Power, what really trips my trigger is our customers winning. And I look at these 3 posts and go, winning all day long. I mean, I love this. I'm going to read one and you can take the next one, Vanessa, but I look at this one. This is a smart realtor. Why did I get cookies from Spring Home Finders almost 2 years after I closed on my house? ? Because my realtor, Jennifer Crosby and company, are the best. Now, I gotta tell you, Jennifer is a smart cookie. 2 years later. 2 years after the home has been sold, she's not collecting commissions every month, right? But what is she doing? She's creating a relationship that will withstand the test of time. And if somebody says, anybody know a good realtor? Oh, yep, Jennifer she's the one, right?
Yes.
Oh
absolutely.
Crazy.
Absolutely. And then the next one here. Thank you, Lacey, for the personalized tape measure. Such an unexpected gift and kindness. I'm telling everyone I know how great you and your real estate brokerage is. Again, that speaks to the referrals. You are staying top of mind with people. And when you stay top of mind, when you provide great service, and when you constantly drip great stuff on these people, they are going to refer you to people. Whenever somebody asks for a great realtor, your name is going to pop straight into their head and straight out of their mouth. And you are going to gain a lot of referrals from that experience. And then the one on the left, Joe, is something that a first-time home buyer received, which is the first shipment or the first touch in the Ditch the Basket campaign. And it's the card and brownies that we spoke of earlier. But the cool part about this, first-time home buyers, I mean, I think we can all agree that buying a home is a scary experience. It's a little bit intimidating, especially for first-time home buyers. They don't know what to expect. And when a realtor makes that a smooth experience for them by sitting down and explaining the process step by step, and then sending them something afterwards and staying top of mind with them, you have just helped shepherd someone into the real estate market in such a very generous and giving way. They're not going to forget that experience, and they will use you for their next purchase.
That's exactly right. I want to make sure everybody notices one more really, really important item here. So of the 3 of these results, 2 have been posted on a social media platform like Facebook. 2 of these were posted. other people saw this. This is a big deal when your customers shout you out on social media. I mean, I'm just going to say this. It's a big deal no matter what. And I get communication like this almost every day because I send so much out. But I look at this and go, I don't care if I'm getting a text or they're shouting me out on social media, but you can't buy social media attention like this. You can't buy it. I'm sorry. It is unavailable for purchase.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Literally unavailable for purchase. But what can happen is you can use Ditch the Basket and these things will happen. This is so, it seems extraordinary for a company to do something like this. And it is because nobody else does it, right?
Yeah. It's so good. It's so good for people. So, Joe, one of your favorites.
I love Mary Cash. I mean, you know, Vanessa, we have never not used this.
I know.
And there's a reason for it. Because it's so true. I mean, it's just true. And you know, how many of you have felt important to a company and you remember it? You remember why you felt important, to that company. And here she is, from Mary Kay Cosmetics. Everyone has an invisible sign hanging from their neck saying, "Make me feel important." And never forget this message when working with people. I can't stop saying it.
Yeah.
Because it's true.
Yeah. It is so true. And she nailed it. And there's a reason she's so beloved in her industry in particular. So our question to you is, what do your buyers or your sellers currently experience after the sale? We want you as realtors to ask yourself this question. What is their experience? What are they going through? How will they remember you? Do they remember the basket? Do they remember who you are? Do they remember the exchange? Do they remember the experience, the buying experience or the selling experience? And we all have fantastic stories. And some of us have some not so fantastic experiences in real estate. And so the question really is, what are you doing to make sure that when people interact with you, that it is a pleasant and memorable experience for them?
Yeah, that's exactly, you hit all the points. I just have, I'm going to say this. If this question struck fear into your heart, if this question made you go, "Oh my God, I'm going to hide right now." If this question made you go, "Oh my gosh, what are my customers experiencing? I need help." We got you covered. We can help. That is what we're here for. If you're that person today, whether you're a current customer of ours or not, we would love to help you with this. And I can promise you, inside of 20 minutes, this whole thing could be set up, and right here from Life's Remote Control, your phone, you could actually execute on something like this and never have to even get into the system. So if this question strikes fear into your heart, folks, and it really has made you stop and go, "Oh my gosh, what do my customers experience?" Then we'd love to help you.
We would love to help you out. And here's the thing. I know that some of you are out there saying, "I don't have the budget for this. The homes that I sell are not top of the market, multi-million-dollar homes. I don't have the budget for this." Well, let me share something with you. The Ditch the Basket campaign is approximately $200 over the course of 2.5 years. So my question to you is, what are you spending currently? How effective is that? How impactful is that right now? And how much of an impact would it have to be able to spread out those touches over the course of 2.5 years with something that might cost you as little as 12 to 15 bucks, and then 20 bucks, and then 20 bucks. It's spread out over time. And there are some higher shipments and some lower shipments, but let me tell you something. And by the way, and Joe already mentioned this, you can modify those shipments to make it within budget or to expand your budget if it's a bigger budget than this. And that is what is so beautiful about this whole campaign and about the fact that it's pre-done for you, but that doesn't mean that it's pre-programmed. It is pre-designed for you, but totally customizable.
I love what you're saying right now. And I have to stop and think about people, the realtors in California, in Southern California, where the average home price is $750,000. Is a $200 ditch the basket campaign enough? I don't think so. I still think you need to do a really good closing gift on that day, but you execute on this immediately, and that additional $200 will still provide shock and awe and comfort, and let that person know that they're important to you. I really, really do, and I love what Bo Young said as well. Ask yourself, how much is it costing me to not have a program like this? And I promise it costs more to not provide a great, long-lasting experience. And I couldn't agree with him more. So yeah, just
so true.
And the edibility. By the way, I want to answer one more question. I know somebody's got this question right now. Does it cost me $200 immediately? No. In the Mailbox Power system, you get charged as the day it ships, when the order goes in. So every 90 days, it's about somewhere between $10 and $30 for each shipment. So, you kind of look at this and go, wow, I don't even get charged all up front. Oh, that's pretty awesome. So I only get charged every 90 days as it ships. Perfect. Love it. So yeah, totally customizable. And, like I said, there's different strokes for different folks in different cities and different budgets. So make it what you want. Make it what you want.
So true, Joe. Just want to share a couple comments that people are making. That one Facebook user says they'll love it, use it, and always think of you when they use it. Best gift ever. And then another user says, and this is marketing. This is a write-off. Now, we're not giving you tax advice here. Consult your accountant or tax preparer. We are not giving you any tax advice here, but listen to what this user says. And then another user says this campaign is stunningly affordable. And that is exactly right. So we're excited about this, Joe. We just made it. We stuck to our schedule.
We're a minute over, but we're good. We've done well. Awesome. Well, any parting words, Vanessa?
Just, you guys take a look at this. And if you want more information, get in touch with whoever shared this with you and let them help you set up your own Ditch the Basket campaign so that you can win with your clients as well.
I love it. I love it. I'm going to part with this. For those of you that are watching us right now and you're currently a customer of ours, thank you. Thank you for being a customer. Thank you for trusting us with your closing gift, with Ditch the Basket, with your birthday campaigns, with all of it. We appreciate you. We love you. And thank you for sharing Mailbox Power with others. And we can't wait to see you till next week is when we'll see them again for another Lunch and Learn. So thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.